Hi Taurus, this is Jill and welcome to Tarot by the Sea. Okay, it's February 2018 that we're doing already. That's kind of crazy. Your weeklies are up for the 15th to the 21st if you haven't seen those. I will be using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti and the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, possibly with the occasional Angel Tarot card thrown in because my decks are getting all muddled. They look really similar. I have just sorted them, but they just seem to be quite random. Okay, Taurus, February 2018. If you haven't watched before, it's a 6-card spread with six cards from each of the 2 decks, and I sometimes clarify, but I tend not to these days. My readings have changed massively. I don't know whether you've noticed. If you've seen the other ones, they're all about 20 minutes now for the monthlies. They used to be an hour. I think I've got a new guide because my readings have changed enormously with this lot. So, okay, you have the King of Pentacles, which could well be you, Taurus. You have Judgment. You have the King of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay. So maybe you're cutting something out. And both the kings are looking at Judgment. So maybe you're deciding whether to be the King of Pentacles or whether to be the King of Swords. But the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords are quite similar in some ways. In other ways, they're not. I'm not going to talk too much about the cards until they're all shuffled. And on the bottom of your deck, you have the 7 of Swords. I'll show you all the cards in a minute. If you want to fast forward to where the shuffling's over, then please do. I won't say anything that will be important for you to miss. Ooh, I think that one goes with that one. That 8 of Autumn is coming out with for everybody. Absolutely everybody. As is the Prince of Spring. I don't know what he's up to, but he's doing something. The Dreamer, which is the Fool. Have the 9 of Summer. No, I won't take those 2. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Okay, 10 of Autumn and Strength. There's the same 2 cards that I said that I wouldn't take, and they've come back out again. So, they were obviously meant to be there. And the King of Summer. Right, you have the 2 of Winter. Okay. And the 2 of Winter says, indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others, feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. Now this is quite interesting because the intellectual and the emotional, the King of Swords is very much the intellectual. But we have the King of Pentacles rather than the King of Cups, which I would have expected if you were trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. So I wonder whether to a certain extent you're trapped between the kind of intellectual and the financial instead. Okay. Winter is air. So you have the 2 of Swords. So it's kind of not making that decision. All right. Maybe it's to do... I think you're making a judgment. I think the point is that you're making a judgment about your foundation, about your security, about your stability, about your money, about all those kind of things, and you're doing it in a very logical and analytical way. I think you're taking the emotion out of it to an extent. For some of you, your emotions are tied up as the King of Pentacles, okay? So you're talking emotionally. It's that kind of stable, secure kind of thing, and emotionally that's what, that's where your heart is, perhaps, is that, but you're trying to make a decision between the 2 anyway, because you have Judgment and you have that inability to make a decision, and maybe that's how you're going into the month. You have this thing in front of you, okay, which I think is called a lyre, this, and it could be completely wrong, and I've been saying this in all my readings, this musical instrument, and it's sparkly and it's magical and it's shiny, but this kid's looking at it and he's just like, don't know, looks a bit scary to me, I don't like it, and he's not trusting it. He's really not trusting it. I mean, look at his little face. He's not impressed by this like shiny magical thing, is he? And I don't think he can make a decision. I genuinely don't think he can make a decision. And I wonder whether you're looking at doing something creative, and you're wondering how it's going to affect your stability and your security and all of those things, okay? Right, and it could be something to do with this Prince of Summer. Now, Summer is the Prince of Cups, okay, so it's the Knight of Cups. So on the other hand, it could be that you're looking at your stability and your security as the King of Swords, and also as the Page of Cups. Okay, no, the Knight of Cups. So, and then you have the Prince of Spring, so you're making this judgment. You have the Eight of Autumn. It says do more research before proceeding. Okay, do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. It's a bit of a funny reading, because what's happening is that I don't believe that anything in readings kind of happens for a reason. The cards have come out in a particular order. Sorry, I'm just getting myself untangled. The cards have come out in a particular order, but I'm reading them in a different order. And I'm not really sure whether that's because you don't kind of know whether you're coming and going. You don't know what order to do things in. And maybe that's why you're having to plan. Maybe that's why you're having to look at things quite carefully. You have review the past and present. You have renewal there, okay? And it says review the past and present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. And I think you're doing that research, you know. I think you're reviewing your life, because you have this child and then you have this older person. So I think you're reviewing your life, you're making judgments on it, you're looking at it quite logically, you're looking at it quite analytically, you're looking at it from a stable, secure kind of point of view. It's like, what's going to give me stability? What's going to give me security? What's going to give me happiness? Do we have any cups in there whatsoever? I don't actually think we do. Okay. We have, oh, well, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay, so you're doing this. Now, you have the Fool card. This is a bit of a contradiction, because you have the Fool card and you have the King of Swords. So and the Fool is so far away from the King of Swords, it's unreal. The King of Swords is analytical, he's logical, he's stable, he's secure, he's all of those things, okay? And the Fool's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to go and have a wander and just see what happens, okay? And you've got this Prince of Spring, so you're taking immediate action. I think what's happening is you're making this judgment, you're making it logically, you're making a decision, and then you're basically racing forward as the Prince of Wands, okay? It could be to do with passion, so it could be a romantic relationship, it may not be, it could just be something that you're passionate about, okay? You're rushing in there as the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is fast. The Prince of Wands is also a kind of, he's in and he's out, okay? He's kind of a one-night stand sort of energy. And to be honest with you, the Fool also has a few commitment issues, okay? And the King of Swords likes his sword play, let's put it that way. He's an old gentleman who likes his sword play. And on the bottom of your deck as well, you also have the Seven of Swords. So you may be dealing with this person who has commitment issues, okay? It may be they have commitment issues, maybe you have commitment issues. Maybe you can't decide whether this person is just basically going to be in and out. You don't know whether they're lying to you. There's nothing in here about love, okay? There's nothing in here about love at this point in time in the reading. Maybe they are just showing you that they are sparkly and shiny and magical and creative, and look how special I am, and you're looking at them going, mm-hmm. Yeah, I see you. I see you, you Prince of Wands sword-playing fool. Okay? And it's just like they're on your hair, coming in for some and then disappearing again. And you have the Prince of Summer as well, and the Prince of Summer is the Prince of Cups. So maybe they are offering you love, maybe they're offering you love and passion, and you're looking at them going, mm-hmm. Yep, okay. Or maybe you're doing this and someone's doing it to you. maybe you're kind of going in there because you're not ready to commit, because you're not entirely sure about this magical sparkly thing. So maybe you're going in there but you're not ready to commit at this point. Okay. And you've got the Justice card. Okay, you have the Justice card. And justice is about kind of fairness and things like that. But on the other hand, it's like she's got her eyes covered and she's not seeing that, you know, these two people, these two things, the things in her hand, the lights in her hand, so I'm assuming they're two people, when they get together, it is sunshine, okay? It is sunshine, it is happiness, it is all those things. But she's not seeing it. She's not seeing it. And I think maybe that might be part of the problem. I think maybe you don't trust this person, or this person doesn't trust you. And then you have the Nine of Summer, which is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. Okay, and it says dreams come true, wishes fulfilled, a magical time of life. Okay, so maybe if she saw this, possibly, I mean, this may feel like your dream come true. You have this magical, sparkly, beautiful thing, and it's like, or maybe you thought this was your dream come true, and actually you're looking at it and going, yeah, maybe it's too good to be true. Okay, maybe it's too good to be true, and you're like, I don't know. Right. Then we have death. Okay, nobody's going to die. You're all good. Okay, you have death. It's change. It's change. It's major change. It's not as major as a tower, but it's major change. Okay. And it says, take steps to ensure the financial stability of your children or your loved ones. This is very much King of Pentacles energy, okay? Making wise investments or planning for retirement and honouring family traditions. This is the 10 of Pentacles. You have dreams come true. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. And maybe this happens when you move forward. Maybe this happens when you move forward. And maybe that's what it's saying to you. It's like you need to make this decision and you need to move forward, because this is going to give you things and you need to have strength to do that. You may be dealing with a Leo. Okay. It's grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. Maybe there will be some challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. So, yes, you're wonderful, okay? Maybe this person is telling you you're wonderful. Maybe this person is seeing you as this amazing, sparkly thing, and they're not sure about it, because she's an amazing, sparkly thing. And maybe it's a Leo who's feeling that way about you, or maybe you have Leo in your chart. But you need the strength. Perhaps you need the strength to actually make the decision one way or the other. Okay. I'm just looking at the numbers on the cards now. Okay. Then you have the King of Summer, who is the King of Cups. Alright? So maybe once you get past all this kind of not sureness, then maybe you do have that. Maybe you do have that. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which is everything. You know, it's everything. It's long-term stability. It's long-term security. It's all those kind of things. It's all those things. And that includes relationships as well. You know, it includes long-term relationships. It includes family. It includes all of the... somebody was saying the other day, it's about DNA travelling through family lines and things like that. You know, it's inheritance. It's all of that kind of family tradition stuff. And you have all of that. You have everything. This is a long-term thing. And maybe you just need to have the strength to make this change into this state, because what is in front of you and what you're not seeing is that this is a dream come true. Okay, and you need the strength, and you need the strength to go through this change, and then you can have the 10 of Pentacles, quite possibly with the King of Summer, who is the King of Cups. Okay, and the King of Cups is honourable, devoted, mature and warm-hearted, a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour. It doesn't have to be about love, it can be about anything, okay? It can be about starting anything, it can be about planning anything, moving forward with anything, dreams coming true in any way. It doesn't always have to be about love, okay? Could be about work, could be about the financial security of your family, okay? You had the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, so maybe you're looking at a financial situation, something that's going to affect your finances, something that's going to bring you the Ten of Pentacles, and you're looking at it in a logical way, okay? But whatever happens, you are triumphant. And maybe you are picking something. Maybe you had options and you are picking something. And maybe you're picking this King of Cups, possibly, who would be a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, okay? For some of you, you are cutting something out. You are cutting something out. Okay? You're walking away from it. And you're just moving on, like the Fool. You're just like, I'm out of here. I'm gone. See ya. These two cards are very similar. Okay, he's sneaking away in the night. The Fool is just off. He's just off. He's just like, I'm going off on a new adventure. And maybe it's been quite tough because we have the Nine of Wands on the bottom now. So maybe it has been quite tough. And maybe it's been a relationship that you've come out of. When I saw this card, I actually thought, and I didn't say it until the Nine of Wands came up. Sorry, I think I said Nine of Cups. It's obviously not the Nine of Cups. It's Nine of Wands. I did almost say, if you look in the background of that card, okay, you see that kind of dead guy, and then he's kind of picked himself up, and now he's standing at the front, and he's all triumphant with his thing. And you have the Prince of Wands, and then you have the King of Wands. So maybe you've kind of grown up a little bit, and I don't mean that in a patronizing way, I mean kind of leveling up. Okay, and it's very interesting because both of the kings, the King of Swords and the King of Wands, is looking at the King of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe that's where you wanted to be. The King of Pentacles is the most stable king in the deck. He is the richest king in the deck. He is the most secure king in the deck. Okay, he is the King of Kings, I guess. He really doesn't look it in these pictures. But the King of Wands is looking at him, the King of Swords is looking at him. Both the King of Wands and the King of Swords are... the King of Swords likes his sword play, the King of Wands likes his wands play. Okay, they can both be a little bit lechy. But the King of Pentacles is just like, nope, I have my wand, I'm alright, but it's sitting in my lap. Yeah, I'm not fiddling with it, I'm not even looking at it, whereas the other two are kind of, yeah. But he's stable and secure and he's all that kind of stuff. So I wonder whether you're just looking for stability and security. I wonder if you're looking for stability and security, and basically you're looking at it logically and with passion as well. You're looking logically at something that you're passionate about and wondering whether it's going to bring you to be the King of Pentacles. And looking at your cards, I think you are, because you have three kings here. You have the King of Cups, you have the King of Swords, you have the King of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. You've got it together. Okay, in February, you've got it together. And that's pretty amazing, actually. So I'm going to leave it there because that's beautiful. So yeah, you've basically got your shit together. So well done you. Or you're getting there. You're certainly getting there. You're certainly getting there. And that's awesome. Right, well done. Have a fantastic February. Sounds like you're going to. Might be a little bit of a challenge, okay. Whatever you're not trusting, looks like it's probably going to be all right. And you're going to make the right decision anyway. Okay, take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.